Hi guys, hope you all are doing fine. I am Mangala and this is my channel, the MKV's Corner. I welcome you all. So, the new month has come, that is June. Can't believe that we have finished 5 months in this year. So, when a new month starts, the first thing that I do is plan my TBR. So, here today I am to discuss about the books that I have read in the month of May and the books that I am going to read in the month of June. So, the biggest question here is, did I finish the Millennium trilogy? To know that, you have to keep watching the video. So without any further delay, let's quickly. So now coming to the books that I read in the month of May. So the first book that I read is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the first book in the Millennium trilogy, and it is written by Stieg Larsson. And now I just don't have any words to describe this. This is by far the best crime thriller novel that I have read. There are two main characters here. Our queen, Lisbeth Salander. I call her queen. She's sassy, she's badass, she's feisty, she is the best. So my queen, Lisbeth Salander, and our another protagonist, Mr. Mikael Blomkvist. So Mikael Blomkvist is a journalist who is actually undergoing a trial, that he has done an investigative journalism against a company called as Venostrom, and he has to undergo now is taking a private case, because since he has left his company, he'll take up a case given by Henrik Wanger, who is an industrialist who is almost 80 years old, and he has given him a case that a crime that has been committed several years ago, a murder that has been committed. So now Mikael has to solve this case. So obviously Lisbeth will join him, but how she will join him, or how are they going to crack the case, is totally in this book, and it is just the best. So there are too many subplots that are being developed, but at one point when this plot was totally unraveled, the mystery was unraveled, I just sat for 30 minutes, guys, to absorb all of it. It was that mind blowing. So obviously I loved this book. Last 50 to 60 pages they could have shortened it out, but it was okay because they were building the plot for the next book actually. So whatever they did at the last of this book actually is building a plot for the next one. So as soon as I finished this, so I had to pick the second book in the trilogy, that is The Girl Who Played with the Fire. Hands down, Lisbeth Salander is the best. So in this book, it's all about her. Mostly it is her because she will be accused of a double murder and she is absconding. So now the police, Mikael Blomkvist, everybody, entire Sweden country is against her, in search of her. So again, lot of mystery and too many subplots. The one thing that I found difficult coping up with this book was there were too many subplots, too many names of the Sweden countries, places of the Sweden countries, so it was slightly difficult to keep track of it. But again, a very, very, very good thriller. But compared to the first book, I still 5% less interesting I found it, but again, this was too good. The adrenaline rush these two books give is too much, okay? There is too much to digest, and I took almost one whole month to finish two books because I have a full-time job. I only get to read at the evening, so whatever time I could pull off in that, I read two books in this month of this trilogy. So yes, I have to say, unfortunately I did not finish the third one. I am planning to complete it in this month, and purposely I did not start, though I had last 1 week of May to start the third book. What happened was I felt too much of these characters. I was living with them for the whole month with Mikael Blomkvist and Lisbeth Salander, so it was getting too much and I wanted a slight break from it. So I thought, and again the third book is also very big, so I thought I will take some gap and read something else, divert my mind to a different genre, and then I will pick it up. Hopefully I will read it this month. But yes, I am, because this book actually almost the story has, like, whatever subplots they have developed, that has been ended, but still there is a lot to know about Lisbeth's life. So yes, I'm interested to pick the third one and I hope I'll do it this month. Then the next book that I read, and parallelly I was also reading, I Have Never Been Unhappier by Shaheen Butt. Again, this was in my May TBR. This is a really good book. I definitely recommend it to teens. and to early 20s, or whoever is going through depression or having a tough time, because this is really a tough time where there is a pandemic and nobody can go out, we don't get to mingle with people, we just have to be ourselves. So yes, this book is really good. The problem I felt was not a problem. It actually is like, initially half of the book is all about her depression, whatever she has gone through. Reading it makes us little more depressing, I feel, but then when she starts overcoming it, that is when you feel very motivated and you feel, okay, if she has overcome this, then we also can try to overcome it, or we also can have some good days. So yes, this is not a fiction book, this is a true story in the life of Shaheen Bhatt, daughter of Mahesh Bhatt, and it was a good book. And the next book that I read was A Touch of Eternity by Durjoy Datta. An entire reading vlog of this is already up on my channel. If you haven't read it, I am linking it in the I button here. So please go and watch it. So I read this book within a day. This, I must say, is a totally different concept of the reincarnation of a soul. So here they are trying to do a scientific experiment of reincarnating the soul. So whether they will be successful in that or not, you will only get to know it after you read the book. And also we have two protagonists here, that is Dhruvan and Anvesha, who were born on the same day, same place, same time, and next to each other. So they are the lovebirds of our story, or they are the soulmates here. So yes, it's a good book, good read. The entire how I felt, my thoughts are there in that particular video, so definitely go check it out. And the last book that I read was one of my favorite Indian author, Preeti Shenoy. So again, after finishing two books from the Millennium trilogy, I felt I need a break, I need some light-hearted. So this is a sequel to Life is What You Make It. So this book is Wake Up, Life is Calling. So the story of Ankita is continued here. So if you have read that book, or if you have not read that book, so I highly recommend reading Life is What You Make It. It's a very, very good book. Ankita, who is actually in her postgraduate phase, where she will go through depression or bipolar disorder actually, and how she overcome it. And this book continues from there. Though she is now out of bipolar disorder, though she is now out of mental hospital and trying to lead a regular life, how certain event occurs back in her life and whether she will be able to cope up or not. Again, the same thing I felt with this book is, while reading the first half of the book, it's very depressing, it's very difficult, or it is very painful to see Ankita going back into a trauma again. But then the last half, or the last 40% of the book, is really very interesting, or very, very inspiring. So if you can see, I have made some notes also for the last part of the book. Very nice quotes, very motivating. There is a character called Mrs. Hayden, her English teacher, and that lady is awesome. I can imagine that kind of a lady who is, sits next to you and gives nice life advices. So it is really good. So please, if you have not read first and second book, I definitely recommend you taking this book. So yeah, this is all the books that I have read in the month of May. That is only 5 books. But yes, I am pretty proud of myself, given that these 2 books were quite thick, and I am happy that I could pull off these. So now let's move on to the books that I am planning to read in the month of June. So definitely the first book that I will read, or the book that I will definitely finish this month, is the third book in the Millennium trilogy, that is The Girl Who Kicked the Hornets' Nest. This is, can you believe, this is 746 pages, and I read some 6 pages. Yes, it actually starts from where the last book was actually, there is a proper continuation here, but as I said, I was feeling too much of it, too much of thriller, too much of this adrenaline rush that we said. So I was not very into this, because I want to enjoy this book. So if I force myself to read it, I will not enjoy it. So I gave a break. So I will definitely pick it, might be in the second week of June or something. So yes, this book is definitely in my TBR for this month. And a trigger warning here, if you are planning to read, there are here some sexual assault scenes, there are psycho killings, there are bloodshed, there is murder, so all sort of things. So yes, that's a trigger warning I give. Definitely not recommended for teenagers, but if you are an adult, pick this trilogy, it's a good one. So the next book that I want to read is After You by Jojo Moyes, which is a sequel to the book Me Before You. Me Before You is not just a romantic novel, and I tell you, it is a very, very, very good book. It is not just romance between Louisa Clark and Will. So there is more than that. There is more life to that novel. The perspective of Louisa towards life and the perspective towards Will towards his life is totally different, and how they come together is in that book. So after that, this is a sequel to Me Before You. So I am very interested to read this because that book is quite fresh in my mind. I don't want to forget the plot. So I want to start this book. There is a third book for this as well. It's a trilogy actually, Still Me, which I don't have. So once I finish reading this, I will purchase that book and then I will read it. The next book is the Dan Brown book, that is Angels and Demons. So again, this is a Harvard professor, Robert Langdon, is summoned to identify there is a murder, and there is obviously the famous Robert Langdon who is solving this particular mystery. And I have heard that the events that they take place in this book is just in one day. So I assume this is going to be a fast paced read, and I think I am going to make a vlog of this because I feel this book is worth documenting. I am not sure. Let's see if I do a vlog, definitely it will come up on my channel. And the next book, after a long time, like I have all the 3 Khalid Hosseini books, but I have never picked up because I know they are very emotional. They tend to squeeze emotions from you. So I was not ready for it yet, but I think this time I want to diversify in all the areas. So I picked up thrillers, I picked up murder mystery, I picked a romance. Now I'm picking up this beautiful relationship, friendship that is between Amir and Hassan. So yes, this is one pure emotion, pure friendship that they have, and I know everybody who has read this book has shed tears, and I am up for this. So I want to feel very emotional this time. So yes, I am also reading this book, and definitely this will be a vlog because I know this is worth documenting. The reactions, the thoughts, it is all worth documenting. So I'm thinking of doing a vlog and this weekend reading vlog. Let me see. And the last book is one Sophie Kinsella book, writing as Madeline Wickham. Madeline Wickham is her name before she gave her pen name as Sophie Kinsella. So this is her, but her writing style is quite different. That is what it is mentioned in the beginning of the book. So whatever it is, I love Sophie Kinsella. I have read a few of her books and they are amazing. So yes, so I thought this is fun book. So as I said, I'm diversifying. I've picked all kind of books in each genre, so that I don't get bored of it. It don't get monotonous. I don't feel like a routine. So yes, I have picked around 6 books for this month. Sorry, 5 books. Yeah, 5 books for this month, and hope I will finish it. So let me see. I will update you guys again at the end of this month to let you know whether I finished my TBR. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think I spoke too fast because I didn't want to drag the video. So please let me know in the comment section what is your TBR, which of the books you are going to pick, whether they are in my TBR, and if so, let us discuss more about the books. So till then, next week I will probably come up with a reading vlog. So till then, happy reading, keep reading, happy reading, and really take very good care of yourself. So keep on watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.